What is going on, Nole fam? Yo, we're 52 days away, y'all. 52 days away from September 5th. It's almost done, man. Y'all ready? Because I know I am. I know I am ready. We all ready. So we're gonna go over a few things tonight. Seeing a little FPI, football power index, where they got us projected to win 5.9 wins. Rounding off the six wins. Do y'all agree that we're gonna get 6 wins? Or do y'all think we'll get more? That's what I'm here to talk about. So we'll discuss it in about 10 seconds here. What's going on? Hey man, like I said, 52 days before the big game. We all excited. I know I am. I'm definitely excited. I'm excited, which is crazy because as big of a Florida State fan that I am, I've actually never been to Doak County. So I actually am going to my first game this year. It won't be for Notre Dame. I wasn't able to get tickets for that, but I'm actually going to my first game. So I'm definitely excited about that. So, we'll see. But yeah, man, let's jump into it, man. Like I said, they said 5.9, about 6 wins. And to be honest, I mean, everybody got, the opinion. I mean, they only had us higher win percentage than about, let me see. Let me look at my notes here. So we're only higher than about 3 other teams, really. Georgia Tech, Duke, Syracuse. So, they putting us in the same category as them guys. I mean, I can't say as of the way we've been performing in the past few years if we don't deserve to be there. But I don't know, man. I just feel a little different this season. Let's see what's going on in the chat, man. Shout out to my boy 863 Seminole TV, my boy Pope. Y'all go subscribe to his channel, man. Show him some love. He said 8. I don't know how crazy it sounds. We getting 8 minimum. I'm on the same train you on, bro. Boy K says sup 863. What's going on, fam? What's going on with you, man? But yeah, man. They talking about some 6 wins. So I'm gonna dive in and take a look at the percentages of each game that they gave us to win, starting with Notre Dame. Which, I mean, I can understand why most people would have us as an underdog against them. I mean, like I said, it's Notre Dame, the way they've been playing, the way we've been performing these past few years. So I definitely can understand that. But let's jump in here, man. Let me take a look, man. Let me see. In the chat here. What's going on? Shout out to you. I don't want to butcher your name, but shout out. Appreciate you for stopping in. So let's take a look here, man. So for Notre Dame, which is the first game of the season, they got us at a 28.1%. So Notre Dame is favored at 71.9%. So to me, that's kind of lopsided. Like that's saying somebody with that big a percentage. That's pretty much saying like we owe homecoming game. Like you put the little poop team for your homecoming. You know what I'm saying? So that's like 71.9%. And this is through ESPN on they FPI, they Football Power Index. Honestly, if I was to give my opinion, being honest, I mean, I would favor Notre Dame. Not that I'm afraid of them. I do feel like we can't compete with them, but I won't favor them no 71-28. Me personally, I do at the least 60-40. I mean, at least like, come on, show us some kind of respect. So 28% for Notre Dame. So that's what they give us. Let's see what y'all chat. Yeah, that was ESPN. Shout out to Allen Boy, what's going on? Every day, what up? Tell no fan. Every day is a great day to be a Nole. You're right about that. 52 days away. Cage, what's up, man? And it's pronounced Adung Bay. Adung Bay. Oh, okay. I don't want to butcher nobody's name, so that ain't what I want to do. Now, when we played Jacksonville State, because I was gonna be pissed if they disrespected us with Jacksonville State, but with the Jacksonville State LPI, they got us at 97.5%, which I feel is acceptable. So because I just feel like this year we beat Jacksonville State last year. We had to come back because they threw in Tate. Tate really ain't do what we all seen the tape. Tate wasn't really it. Then Jordan come in and say today. So and then once he came in, it was pretty much smooth selling. So I do feel like this year we should play them like who they are, Jacksonville State. No when they fans or any play on their team, but I'm just saying like it's Jacksonville State. You know what I'm saying? So they got us favored at 97.5% for that to win that game. Then some of the other ones get kind of interesting. So Wake Forest, because they say about 6 wins for us. Me personally, I think 8. And once we go through all these games, I'm gonna point out the 8 that I think we can get. So next game, they got us favorite against Wake Forest at 51%. So they got it kind of like a toss-up. It's kind of like a toss-up. 51.5 to 48.5. So they got us with a little toss-up there. Which I was I'm sorry. Wake Forest favored 51%. So they got us losing. They got us. That's a game that's kind of close. So Wake Forest favored in that game. So according to them right now, if we was to play, we're looking at pretty much 1-3. Then we go to the Louisville Cardinals. They got us favored 58 to 42, 58% to 42%. Now, with Louisville, I mean, honestly, to be honest, I really don't take these to heart, but it's funny to me to go over it because even last year they had us winning games that I didn't think we probably would win, but they had us favored and we lost. So, but they got us 42% against Louisville. So I guess that's a win. So right now they're saying we'll beat Jacksonville State and Louisville. Then they got us Syracuse. I was interested to see Syracuse because I'm like, come on now. So they got us favorite big, 86% against Syracuse, which I feel, if this team who we all think they supposed to be this year, that Syracuse game should be a smooth sailing, in my opinion. And then the Tar Heels. So we all know the Tar Heels will be a tough game because we actually going to North Carolina. Sam Howell at home. Of course, they want some get back, so we already know that. They got them favored by 78%. So they even got them. They more confident in them than Notre Dame, which I can understand because Notre Dame the first game of the season, but they got North Carolina 78% chance to knock us off. We'll see. I mean, like I said, you can do the numbers, but the game has to be played on the field. Then UMass. Like, bro, we can't be 100 or 99 on none of these. UMass. Let me go back. I think UMass who was like 98%. Let me see. UMass 98.4%, which I feel that again team is who we think they're gonna be. That should be expected. So 98%. So out of that right there, that's what three games they got us favored in. Now let me see what they finna give us the other three. Clemson. I mean, do I even have to read Clemson? Yeah. I ain't even gonna do that. I ain't even gonna do that to myself. But Clemson favored heavy. So we'll move on from that one. I can't stand them Ducks either, boy. Listen. I can't wait till we get back to who he was because Clemson, well, they swear they've been dominating. Bro, they only been I'm 34. Clemson started winning when I was when I grew up as a Florida State fan, pretty much our whole schedule to me was like a cakewalk. Clemson was sorry to me. I mean, really all the teams was sorry to me growing up. Wake Forest, Boston College. But Clemson, like once they start winning and we start going down a little bit, it's like them boys think they just. When I say I probably hate Clemson more than I hate the Gators now, I honestly do think Clemson overtook the Gators for me because the Gators I couldn't stand them. But yeah. So let's see here. So NC State, they got some NC State now. A lot of people been saying they feel like NC State gonna be good this year. They got a lot of returning pieces. They actually was decent last year. I know they got a little solid linebacker over there. Good defense, secondary, but they got us favored by 57% to win. So they feel like we better than NC State. Which I mean, that game is winnable for us. So we favored in that game, and then there's three more. Hurricanes. I already know they're gonna be right. They're gonna be riding them. Yeah, They got them favored by 70%. And then another team that people been talking about that's saying that should be good this year is Boston College. We all know Boston College had a new coach, got a new quarterback in. And they actually looked pretty decent this year. And ESPN actually got Boston College favored 56%. So I don't even see how they saying 5.9. Like I said, I think I only seen what 4 Jacksonville State, UMass, NC State, and who else? Because I'm only getting like four wins from this where they got us favored in. Oh, in Louisville. Yeah, that's only 4. Let me see what they say about unless they got us beating the Gators, which they don't. So 81% for the Gators. So if we strictly went by their ratings, that's only 4 wins. Really, it was only 4 games that we were better than them. So let's see. So let's go back through the schedule. So let's start out with Notre Dame. So Notre Dame, first game of the season, September 5th. I don't know too many fans of ours who don't think we can't win that game. Um, I know I'm one of them. I feel confident. I feel confident that we can beat Notre Dame only because, well, I ain't gonna say only because, but simply because they're breaking in a lot of new pieces, man. I know we got new pieces. Like I know we got a new quarterback. They got a new quarterback. The difference is our quarterback has proven that he can play in the college rankings. So they bringing in a new quarterback, essentially new O linemen because they lost what like four O linemen, bro. That the O lineman part that's the most critical part of the team for me. Like me personally, like me, even when I coach my little league jets, I don't even care about. I was probably said before, I don't care about the running backs and the receivers. Give me the linemen first. Let me get them together. Work on them because once you get that O line together, well, you can stick anybody in the back to run behind them, or a quarterback to get time to throw. So Notre Dame breaking in four new O linemen, to me that's big. To me, that's bigger than breaking in a new quarterback. I think they breaking in a new. I think really the only returning people is like the running back. I think a running back, a tight end, a receiver, and it's the first game of the season, so they don't know how they look. They just been playing each other. So I'm gonna put Notre Dame as a win for us. I do feel we can beat Notre Dame. Now we're on the road to getting at least 8 wins. I see Jacksonville State. Come on now, I don't even have to go in depth with them. Like I know Jacksonville State may come into Doak feeling confident only because of how they played last year, and they probably feel like they let it slip away. So they may come in this year with a little, little extra pep in their step. But come on now, Mike. I know you ain't saying this, but Mike, if you lose to Jacksonville State, bro, come on now, come on now. Then we got Wake Forest. Wake Forest. See, that's the thing. I don't know if it's just because because listen, I know football. I know the game of football. I know how it go. I know, if a team got talent, this and that, but come on, bro. That's Wake Forest. Like, I don't, this year, from this year on, ain't no more us being talking about, well, Wake Forest. I mean, they may have, man, bro, it's Wake Forest. I feel like we should handle Wake Forest. I really do. I mean, we owned them. They did beat us the last time we played, but we all know what was going on in that era. But I feel Wake Forest should be a win. Louisville, I mean, bro, Louisville blew us out last year, and honestly, the key pieces from that team is gone. Is in the NFL, so I really don't fear Louisville at all. Once again, if this team is who we think they are, I really don't fear Louisville at all. So that's 3-0 right there. No, that's 4-0. Then we go to Syracuse. That's a dub. Syracuse a dub. And then we got North Carolina. All right, so North Carolina, we got a chance to go to them at 5-0. I mean, anything can happen. We don't know how exactly they gonna be playing. Um, like I said, it is at home. Well, it's at home for them, and then um, we'll have a good idea of how our team look. Um, I mean, well, actually, we'll have a good idea of our team September 5th. September 5th, we'll see if this team really improved, or is it the same thing we've been experiencing since 2017. So we'll find out September 5th. But North Carolina, let's just say we do lose. All right. So that's 5-1. That's 5-1. Then we have a scrimmage game against UMass. We should handle UMass with ease, no problems. Like the freshmen should be getting good work. As far as freshmen, like the third string should be in around third quarter. So with UMass, that's depending on how that North Carolina game went, because if the North Carolina game was, depending on if it was, if we won, like if we beat North Carolina, then of course, yeah, the bench players should get in against that UMass game. But if North Carolina like blow us out, where you need to keep them starters in, use UMass as a practice, and put up 100 points on them Ducks. Like I don't want to hear with UMass like end of the second quarter at halftime 17. Like nah, bro. UMass halftime 48-0. And to be honest, even with that North Carolina game, it's like, man, I know on paper they may be better than us, but it's like, bro, they lost so much, dog. Like they lost two running backs, two good running backs, two NFL caliber running backs. You lost two NFL running backs. I don't know if they lost two. I think they lost two receivers. So it's like Sam Howell breaking in brand new weapons. And I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, basically, we'll have a better gauge for North Carolina, a team like them, maybe like by the third week of the season. Because if they struggling, putting up 12 points, 16 points, then we'll know if we have a chance. Clemson. I mean, for now, I'm gonna just it is what it is with them Ducks. But at the same time, anything can happen by the time we play them. Of course, I don't want no injuries on nobody on our team, their team, but sometimes injuries happen. There's a big impact on our season. I mean, look at us in 2017. So sometimes things happen. But for right now, healthy, our team versus their team, they'll probably win right now. NC State. That's a team where people talking about NC State gonna be good. But I mean, NC State is a team that always played us tough, but we are playing them at home, at Doak. And I just feel like for us, some of these games for us to go to that next level, and also I feel like to keep our recruiting top 10, some of these games, Mike and the gang gonna have to find a way to pull it out. Like you're gonna have to find a way to pull it out. Like you're gonna have to make adjustments because I think that was yesterday. I was rewatching the North Carolina game from last year. And that first half, man, well, when I say I'll be, because time to time, but really all the time, I rewatch some of the old games. And I'm looking, and I'm like, man, that first half, when I say O-lineman pulling, I'm seeing Devontae Taylor doing pulling. I see Bavion engaging, Dante Lucas getting his defenders and holding on to him, not just popping and letting them go, actually getting your man and driving them downfield. That's the thing with some linemen. I see it all the time, even in college, from all the ranks. Like as a lineman, you can't just expect to just pop your man and then thinking that's a block. Like you have to engage and keep blocking until you hit a whistle. Like that's something you learn in flag. But that first half, man, it was beautiful. Defense was beautiful. The blitzes, I seen Adam Fuller called a few blitzes that actually got there, like that actually got it, like actually got there. Like it was beautiful. Second half came around. It's like North Carolina made adjustments, but it's like we didn't make no adjustments. It's like, okay, I definitely understand. Do what you do. That keep doing what you're doing. That got the lead. But as a coach, if this team done adjusted to what you're doing, if these plays you calling, because some of the plays that was running them run plays, the run plays weren't working no more. So because you done ran them, and I seen one specific play where we were on our backs was against the end zone. And you can hear the linebacker for North Carolina, number 21, say, it's coming here. It's coming over here. It's coming over here. So when we snapped the ball, the play went right to what he predicted. Now, if the player know, I mean, you gotta know the coaches know. Because it's just that's my only issue. It's just sometimes you gotta adjust. Like, bro, this ain't Memphis where you can run, the same couple of plays a few times against USF or something. Like, bro, you have to adjust. You have to adjust. And I don't know, I do know Mike called the plays, but like for instance, when we played North Carolina last year, and I ain't trying to get down on Mike because I'm confident in Mike and the staff. But I just feel like it's areas that you just got to work on because like we played Miami, and I think Kenny was calling the plays, and we did one play where Terry had went in motion. Terry came in motion. They was trying to do like a sweep or something to him. He went in motion, but it was like a false start or something. I think it was a false start. Okay, so bro, kill that play. Like we pretty much seen it unfold. We came around and ran the same play. And I think Jalen Phillips tackled him for like a 5 or 6 yard loss. So that's my only issue is just make the adjustments because that second half against North Carolina was probably some of the worst football I done seen. Like, I'm not going to lie, probably some of the worst football. But let me take a pause. Let me go in the comments. I've been so hell. Let's see. Fishy Rose, what's up, man? What's going on? ESPN ain't showing us no kind of love. They got us losing to UNC, and they on that yak. They on something, but ESPN always like that, man. Disrespect is real. Yep. But who gives about what ESPN thinks? For real, because bro, to be honest, I really can't like just. I don't know, bro. I don't even like looking at them, to be honest. UNC is good, but it could go either way. Yeah, that's true. I believe NC State will be good this season. I mean, they were straight. They were straight last season too. I mean, but they breaking in some new pieces too. But I know one thing. I do know one thing before I go on with the comments. This year on defense, bro, we can't be the defense that allow every team to set some kind of career high or season high. I think when we played NC State, one of their receivers had like a career high in catches or receptions or yards, or maybe all three categories. I think his name was like Thacker or something. Like J ain't been balling like that in his career and set a career against us. And it's like, and he wasn't doing that but slant routes. Like, bro, slant routes is one of how's this man wide open on slant routes every time? And that's another thing I was looking at too with our defense. Even when we played North Carolina the second half, when I was looking at the game again, and I was rewinding and going back, the defense, bro, some of them like calls and them coverages was just like, bro, why would you call that as a defensive coordinator in a D1 Power 5 conference? Why would you call these type of plays? why do you have why are you putting your players in such vulnerable situations with having, sometimes a safety on a receiver or one of your slowest linebackers, like the play that ended it, that thankfully Jit dropped the ball, but DJ Lundy was on the running back. DJ Lundy was on an NFL caliber running back to try to get a stop. Luckily, the dude dropped the ball because DJ Lundy was on him for a little bit, and then as soon as Sam Howell just trying to get a little more time, he left him alone. He left him alone and said, "Damn, the first down, he can get it. I'm finna get hot." Like, bro, no. So like, it's like the coverage shouldn't even been set up like that in the first place. So sometimes it is the player, but sometimes it's the coaches too that's putting them in vulnerable situations, and that's something that's gonna have to improve this year, big time, for us to see change to be able to want to keep Adam Fuller, because it ain't too many people I know that's happy with Fuller. So Cage said, "3, I changed my name on here. 6, it used to be Christopher." Montre said, "We just have to prove the football world wrong." You're right about that. Yep, because we are Florida State. Yep, dude. Clemson has a big head. They're loaded with talent, yet entitled and lethargic 4- and 5-star athletes. Yeah, I mean, with Clemson, right? It's like bro, I hate Clemson, bro. Like I real deal cannot stand them right now. Like from the clown head coach to the scary defensive coordinator who don't want to lead the clown. Like, bro, I'm just sick of Clemson. But that's the thing. Like, it's gonna come a time where they're gonna be back down. So, it's all good. But I really can't stand them boys. What Pope said, biggest thing for UNC is, can they find replacements for those skill position players they lost? Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, they lost so many skill positions. Of course, they still got Sam Howell, but if Sam Howell ain't got nobody to throw to or a good running game, he just Sam Howell. So I mean, it ain't really nothing. He said, put 80 up on UMass. You better than me. I said 100. Put 100 on them Ducks. Antonio King, my dog, what's good, man? I can't watch live because I'm in Animal Kingdom, but I'll watch the replay tonight. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Y'all have fun and make sure y'all safe. Tyler said, what's going on? What's up? UNC lost plenty. We killing them come game time. Yep. And he said, that's why you need a quarterback to check out of that. In come Milton. Yeah. Listen, a good quarterback will make a sorry team decent. Now, I'm not saying we're a sorry team, but I'm just saying with a good quarterback, like honestly, do y'all think if Mackenzie Milton was our starting quarterback last year, do you think we would have won three games? Or you think we probably would have won maybe 5 or 6 maybe? Because I mean, honestly, you got to think if we had Mackenzie Milton at quarterback last year, you got to think Georgia Tech, that's a dub. Like, you got to think that's a dub. So, it's really, it's really just quarterback. I mean, even though I don't really like them either. Them Canes, I don't like them either. But I knew when they had got the Eric King, I knew that was going to improve their team, improve their offense. Because I mean, he was a proven quarterback at Houston. He was straight. He was decent. I ain't gonna hate on him, but he was decent. So I do feel a quarterback can come in and change a team. So, you know, say UNC 21 class loaded. Yeah, they did have a pretty good class. I remember them when the numbers came out. Boy Pope said smash that like button for my Polk County Lake Gibson brother. Yes, sir. LG 863, baby. Braves. Like this Seminole Nole stuff been in us even in high school. Canes A 954. My dog told me to slide, so I slid. What up, Pope? What up, Tay? What's up, man? What's going on? My boy said, "Yo, Tay, what up, bro? What's going on, man?" That's my boy. Montre said our defense was terrible, bro. That is an understatement. Our defense last year, like, was bro. Our defense to me last year was probably. I thought during the Willie era was some of our worst defense, and that's why I said I would never say it can't get worse because damn it, it got worse last year. So that defense was the worst defense I had ever seen produced in Tallahassee ever. Like since I've been watching. So I mean, I was born in what 87, and I've been looking at them probably since the early 90s. I mean, I was looking at them. I remember when Ward Dunn and Derek Brooks was there. So and even back in like my high school days when we really wasn't as good, and I thought that was back then I'm like, man, I thought that was rough, but nah, this right here, what we had last, I'm gonna say what we had last year because I ain't gonna speak it for this year. What we had last year, bro, that was the worst defense ever. Like it just seemed like we was literally out there just like we was out there just. I mean, I don't know, like you were just playing around, just calling stuff, just it, it was more so like y'all know how we had the spring game this year, and then the second half they let the reporters call plays. That's what the whole season had felt like to me last year. Like it was just Mike gave him about 5 plays, and he just trying stuff. Hey, let's blitz. Let's blitz Woodby every play, and he don't get the which I ain't, and that one thing I ain't gonna I don't want to down the kid, but I was looking at some games and some of them games too on defense that some of them players that break out for long runs. If we had a better person at safety, some of them would be like 4-yard gains or 5-yard gains instead of 30 and 40-yard gains because the angles that I used to see Woodby take, some of them angles was just terrible. And it's like, bro, why would you take such a bad angle? So, that's why I said sometimes the players do, add on to the insult to injury. But like I said, as a coach, you can't put your team in a bad position. Now let's go back to this thing. So we got North Carolina. All right, so I got this one in Notre Dame. Like I said, I feel good. That's the first game of the season, so I do feel that game gonna determine pretty much how the season gonna go. Because that game we're gonna see how is our team for real or is we still on the same BS. So I got Notre Dame, Jacksonville State, Wake Forest, Louisville, Syracuse. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say we lose to North Carolina, so that's 5-1. All right, we lose or we beat UMass. We beat UMass 100, put up 100 points on them or whatever we put up, but put up some respectable to our likings. So that's 6-2 going to the Clemson game. Let's say we lose to Clemson. All right, we 6-3. So now out of these games right here, we got Clemson, NC State, Miami, Boston College, and Florida. Florida, Miami, and Clemson. Out of them three, I feel like we have to win at least one of them. Okay. Clemson, we know Clemson right now, I feel like they're on top of the world. Okay, so that, like I said, 6-3. Let's say we beat NC State. Okay, 7-3. As a fan base, as a fan, I'm happy. 7-3 for now. I'm happy. 7-3 decent. Now we play Miami. Only thing with Miami, like I said, Clemson, Miami, or Florida, I feel we gotta win at least one of them three. One of them. So let's say, let me see what's 7. What did I say we had? 6-3. Yeah, we're 6-3. No, 7-3 if we beat NC State. All right, let's say we lose to Miami, or even if we win, either one. Like I said, if we can beat one of the three rivals, I mean, I feel like our best chances right now is between Miami and Florida. I'm more so kind of leaning towards Florida right now, only because, but at the same time, it is the last game of the season, so damn mother would have came up with something. But at the same time, Florida lost some piece. They lost Trask, of course, Cal Pitts, Tony, and their defense last year weren't really good at all. So out of these three games, if we can win two of them, if we can win two out of them three, I think that'd be a pretty good damn season. So that'd be Notre Dame, Jacksonville State, Wake Forest, Louisville, Syracuse, UMass, NC State. That's at 6. If we can win two of the next three, or if we win one out of the next three, that's 7. And then a bowl win will make us 8. That's still 8. But I mean, honestly, I feel like for me to feel like this team improved, that first half of the season, them first, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, them first 6 games, at worst, and I do mean at worst, first 6 games, I feel we should be 4-2 at worst. 4-2 at worst, 6-0 at best, 5-1 at whatever you want to say. I mean, that's just like if this team is what we think that it's going to be this year, them games are key games that we have to win this year, like to start the season. Because we start out losing to Notre Dame, play Jacksonville State, lose to Wake Forest and Louisville, bro. I'm done with the season already, off the real. I ain't gonna lie, done with the season. Cause it's like there ain't no way we should be losing to these teams. Like in this 6-game stretch, like I said, the minimum, the worst we should be is 4-2. Now that's gonna make the second half a little harder to get 7 wins, 7 or 8 wins. But at the same time, I mean, at some point as a player, you gotta just want it. You gotta just want it. Like you gotta want. And I'm tired of people talking about these kids. I see some of the other sites. These kids don't know how to win and stuff like that. And it's like, I mean, you could say that I ain't gonna say they don't know how to win. They just haven't experienced a lot of winning. But these kids ain't come from no old like rinky-dink high schools. You know what I'm saying? They'll win in high school, so they used to being the best. So so we definitely gonna see. Let me see, man. Let me look in the chat here, man. Let's see. He say DJ Lundy need to be a fullback. That I definitely agree with that. Let's see. Tyler said, "Oh, they're out there. There's full of fans, and I just wonder what has he showed to warrant any sort of support." Man, the only thing I can say with Fuller is that maybe he, I mean, he have been surprising me with some of the kids talking about him. So I can understand that as far as recruiting, but as far as coaching, like even when he was hired, everybody I know that's a fan was questioning like Fuller. I remember when my boy Pope did a live about one of the hires, and I forgot what one of the schools he had coached at before, but it was a school I never even heard of, like ICDC or something. I don't even remember. FSU rules got no fan, yes, sir. No fan. The only defense I have for Fuller is on the recruiting trail. Kids really seem to like him a lot. Yeah, that's what it seemed like. That's why I said them kids, they always be talking about him. So we'll see. I never seen the FSU defense like what I saw last year, and I never see it again. And I'm flying to Tallahassee and me and Fuller squaring up. Hey, Ray, if you do, let me know because I don't mind going out there either. Fuller don't put no fear in me. I mean, so hey, it is what it is. We sure can squad with him. Let me see here. Don't know how much that knee injury will impact King for Miami, but we know most of his damage is done on the ground, so it has to have some impact on them boys. Yeah, well, that's the same thing kind of with like with King. King was a scrambler because when we played him last year, he hurt us on a bunch of runs. Like when we was back pretty much about to get a sack, he'll take off. But by the time we played him, that's the thing, man. He's like back in the day when you tore like your ACL or something, you out for the whole like next season pretty much. And now I don't know. Do y'all know if they expect him to be back for the Alabama game? Because I mean, if he was my player, like, and if you really care about your play, if you genuinely, as you're a coach, if you genuinely care about your players, I wouldn't let him play against Alabama. Like, nah, bro, I'm not going to put you out your first game back and you out there against this. Nah, but I don't know if they expect him to be back or not. I don't know. For his sake, I hope not. But you never know. I mean, we did see a national championship game that we knew Alabama was favored in, and we seen Jalen Waddle come out there. So, and he was hurt, and I don't get that. Like, I understand the kid want to play, but as a coach, you have to be like, nah, bro, I can't even look myself. If you get hurt again, you can't even, So I don't know, but I'm hoping they don't put him out there the first game. FSU Roller said, I believe this defense does a complete 180. Rose, I hope so, bro. I'm gonna just say that. I sure hope so. Because I mean, honestly, we're gonna have to do a 180 to get to the wins. Because if we bring out that same defense we had last year, we're gonna produce the same wins we had last year. So the defense is gonna have to do something. Now, Milton injury was bad, but his arm can get it done. Just hope we keep him clean in the pocket. And that's what I'm hoping to. I'm hoping the O-line keep him, keep him protected. I mean, and be honest, I don't care. Just give me the best 5 linemen. I don't care seniority. I don't care class. None of that. The best 5 O-linemen. That's another thing. I did like when I seen Dylan Gibbons interview. Dylan Gibbons seemed like the type of player that like he seemed like a natural leader. Like, I don't know if y'all seen this interview, but if you go to his interview and just listen to him talk and what he talk about, even though he ain't really talk about how the team doing right now, because they ain't ask him, but just the way he talked and the way he carried himself, he just seemed like a natural leader. He was saying, how he dealt with, be senior leadership, and him and Devontae Love Taylor, and like that actually made me feel kind of good. Like, okay, we got Dylan Gibbons out there, Devontae Love Taylor, and giving some leadership, and somebody that's going to anchor that O line, like that's huge. That's huge. Rose say, word on the street full about that life. Be careful. Bro, we from Polk. We from Polk County, bro. We don't care about Fuller. We care about no Fuller, man. Let's see. FSU rules said, I just had a DeAndre Francois flashback. Oh, you might want to go ahead and put that on back in your brain. And then King supposedly going to be back at the Alabama game. He did go to the ACC Media Day earlier this week, but that means nothing. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if they put King out there. I mean, that's I don't know, bro. You know, that's on them. But like I said, me as a coach, I wouldn't put my player out there like that. Not coming off an injury like that. Not playing, especially not playing a team like that. Now, if their first game was against UMass or something, to me that would have been a good game. If they think he back, is to put him out there, let him get his feet wet. It's a little easy game. But against Bama, but hey, he ain't my quarterback, so they ain't my coach's style. But hopefully, like you said, with Milton, hopefully the O-line, because our O-line last year, like I don't look at a few games and just looking at the way they block, bro, they real deal. It was a lot of improvement. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I ain't just saying that. It was real deal some improvements. Like, just looking at them block, looking at some of them making it to the second level, like pushing the first level out the way, then going, putting their body on a linebacker, getting a hat on the hat, opening holes, like it was there. And even some of the pass protection. So I looked at some of the games. I looked at the games when James Blackman first started, and then the games when Jordan Travis, just to see, like, did the blocking improve and some of the stuff was really on the quarterback. Because I'm looking at the O-line block. It's a nice pocket, clean pocket. James Blackman panicked so much, he take off. That's the worst thing a quarterback can do is lead a pocket, because if a tackle got a DN engaged in a block, and a DN always gonna try to go outside. So if he engaged and the DN working so hard to get back in, if he see the quarterback running this way, he can be like, "Oh, bro, get your hands off me! I'm getting him now." And it's like a lot of the pressure where it looked like, dang, them boys ain't blocking. Like, dang, it wasn't that they weren't blocking. It was like our quarterback was put him in such a bad position by leaving the pocket so early. Said height 1.5 seconds. He trying to scramble like he Mike Vick on O2 Madden. Like, bruh, like, come on, man. So then when Jordan Travis got in there, the offense looked better because Travis actually did. When Travis had design pass plays, Travis would actually sit. If you look at it, he actually would sit in the pocket, and then if he ain't see nothing, then he'll take off. But he still used to sit in the pocket, and some of his runs, he'll run up through a crease. He'll hit like the six hole, or he would wait in the pocket, and that's why I think our O-line took a lot of slack while saying, them boys sorry. And it's like, yeah, I do feel they still need, if they can improve on what they did last year, even better, I do feel confident. But a lot of that stuff, a lot of the blame that they get, really is really not on them. I don't know if I'm saying that because I was a lineman and I'm a big dude and I love the lineman, but a lot of it was just the year before, yeah, it was the O-line. But last year, the O-line was solid. We had a good, solid O-line. Like, it wasn't, all-American, but it was enough to get the job done. So, it's like, and I don't know. That's another thing why I said with making adjustments and stuff, because you can't tell me. I mean, I know they said that Jordan Travis was hurt last year, but it's like, bro, you had to see something in the rest of these quarterbacks. Like, Jordan Travis didn't even get a start until like Jordan Travis was literally the last quarterback to get a start. Like they started Blackman. Well, I think Chuba wound up playing one game. I think is NC State. I think Jordan Travis was hurt, but it's like, bro, you played Blackman, you played Tate, bro. How you play Tate Rodemaker before you do Jordan Travis? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And, you know, people had us thinking he ain't even know how to throw. So that's why I don't even listen to that bull no more. Like, pretty much you just got to show me. But Travis, that's why I do feel like Milton will win the job, but I do feel like you will see Travis on the field for certain packages because his skill set, his elusiveness, his speed, like you got to put Travis out there on certain packages. You got to because another thing too is like with him, you can use him to the point where it's like when he come in the game, teams gonna automatically suspect it's gonna be a quarterback run or something like that. So as a player, you already predetermining what the play gonna be. So you put in Travis, they finna run. You can do certain plays kind of like they did against North Carolina when he hit Preston Daniels, where he did a little play action in, and then Preston Daniels wide open. So I do feel like having Jordan Travis, you know, is a weapon. Me personally, I'm not a fan of two quarterbacks, but I do feel like in this circumstance this year, I mean, I say I don't mind. No, I don't mind. You know, as long as Milton doing this thing, and you know he ain't getting benched. But I do feel like two quarterbacks for us this year for certain packages. To me, I feel like it's fun. Cause I mean, you could just do so much for Jordan Travis. He's like a Swiss Army knife. So we'll see. Like I said, we got 50 days, 52 days. Let me see here. Dan Squart said, "Hey, what's up, man?" Folks said a lot of it was on the quarterback. That's true. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Watching JB see ghosts always made me sad, man. It made me mad. Like, boy, that's I don't even want. Best wishes to you, James Blackman. Where you at? Arkansas, I think. Best wishes to you, bro. But that wasn't it. Jay Black lost that Georgia Tech game by himself. Man, that Georgia Tech game. You know what? That Georgia Tech game was another game too of us not making adjustments. Georgia Tech made adjustments. But I think Wu was up. What, 10-0? Was it 10-0 at half? I think. I don't even remember, but I think it was 10-0. We played good in that first half. We played damn good in the first half. But after that, it's like, okay, make adjustments. Like that's one thing. That's one thing a coach has to make adjustments. And that's one thing Jimbo was good at. Jimbo Fisher come out at halftime. Oh yeah, Jimbo done made them adjustments. That's another reason why I was kind of when the whole coach thing was going on and we was looking for a coach and they were talking about Odell. I'm gonna tell you right now, Odell lost me that Boston College game when I was like, nah, bro, we can't hire Odell as head coach. Because I think at half, I think we was losing, even though we did pull out the victory. But what he said just didn't resonate in my soul for me to just be like, oh, Odell. Because it was like, so Coach Odell, what kind of adjustments do you plan on making at halftime? My boy was like, I'm not making no adjustments. What? We're gonna do it the Nole way. Oh yeah, bro, you tripping? Yeah, you tripping, bro. You tripping. I understand the Nole way and all that, but bro, you can't say that. You can't say that through everything. I don't care who you is. Boy said, bro, the thing about the King Milton comparison, both at the end, is I believe Milton is savvy enough to do the Russell Wilson slide, check down or throw away out of bounds. Oh yeah, you best believe Mackenzie Milton gonna make sure his body okay. Like I really don't see him putting himself up for hits. Like I really just don't see it. Because you gotta take care of your body. King, I think naturally is more of a risk taker with his legs, even post injury. Yep, they started Rodemaker. Overjoyed Rodemaker. A lot of us don't even want to see Rodemaker right now. I don't want to see Rodemaker till by maybe his senior year, maybe. Kane Zay said, I'll tell you this, y'all win game one. If I was an FSU fan, I would celebrate a huge win, step in the right direction. And you're right about that. Because I'm telling you, man, if we went, man, listen, if we win that first game, that's 52 days away, or we win that, that's gonna make me a real true believer in Mike. I already believe in the direction only because of the stuff he doing off field, like the hiring, like we got when he just hired old boy Keanu Watson. That was a big hire. Like the stuff he doing, it's like, okay, you know what? Maybe Mike got this thing together. You know, coming from Memphis, people didn't think he'll be able to recruit and stuff like that. But man, Mike, like my boy Mike doing this thing. So, you know, I have to believe Mike know what he doing, that he know that this season is huge. Like he know it. So we'll see though. We'll see in 52 days. Devontae Love Taylor has been a gift from the football gods. Not as big as Travis Hunter, but man, you tell me we got an FIU transfer guard who can play 1 through 5 and be solid everywhere. Yeah, definitely. I ain't gonna lie. I actually been impressed with Devontae Love Taylor because, you know, sometimes we get them recruits from them small schools. They be better than what we have. Like when we got what's the dude name we had a couple years ago, like 2 seasons ago from Northern Illinois, I think. I think his name was it Robert something? Some Roberts or something. Some Roberts. We just had him like 2 seasons, like Willie last year. I can't think of his name, but he was from like Northern Illinois. And it's like, I mean, he was kind of, you know, he was like a little upgrade from what we had, but man, I seen Jig get beat too much. I'm like, yeah, he just ain't, you know. But Devontae Love Taylor, actually, Pope say Robert Scott. No, Scott, that's the Jig we got. Nah, it was something Robert. Either his first name was Robert or his last name was Robert, but it was Robert something. But even with him, like he, you know, but with Devontae Love Taylor coming from FIU, first I was kind of skeptical, but after watching him play, like I said, I'm big on keying on the linemen, and after I watch him play, I look at the little ACC condensed games after the game, and it's like you look at certain players, you're like, man, he actually is handling his dude, like he is real good handling his dude, you know, firing off the ball, pulling, got good feet. So I'm thankful we got him. Kane Zay said the key to FSU season is decent defense, decent quarterback play, wide receiver catching the ball. Well, I couldn't say that any better because I do feel like the receivers will be so the offense is not my worry at all. I do feel like the offense will be better. I feel like we upgraded the receivers from last year, from performance wise. I do feel like quarterback position been upgraded. Running backs got another year under their belt. Hopefully, Mike feed Tor Feely, like feed him, because like it's no way that Tor Feely should not go a game without even touching the rock at all. Tor Feely should get minimum 10 to 15 touches a game. That's minimum. Like, have to. I understand Corbin is the leadership, and you know Corbin did show some burst towards the end of the season. You know, I get it. But Tor Feely have to touch that rock. Got to. Like, it ain't no way Tor Feely should not be touching the rock like that. I'm glad you said that about Travis. Oh yes, sir. Yeah, I like Travis. Trey said yes. Best FSU player not even on the roster, but Travis Hunter, he would be the best player day one. Jit Raw. Yeah, that yeah, bro, Travis Hunter, man, Travis Hunter is that kid does a different animal, and like he to me he clearly the number one. He should be the number one player in the country. I think he's number two right now, but he definitely should be number one player in the country. Let's see here. King killing his rehab, his recovery. He recovery in superhero time. Hey, I mean, you probably know more about it than me. Bama on upset alert if King fully healthy. Let's see. We beat Georgia Tech um, every week but one last year. That's kind of what gives me hope against Notre Dame. Georgia Tech didn't know how bad they were yet in week one. Pat Dope, all them young kids playing out their mind. Yes, sir. We hope so. We hope so. And then Pope was saying with the Robert Scott. I was talking. Yeah, I can't even think his name. I probably remember later on. Yeah, Devontae Love Taylor and Devin Gibbons would be great. Yes, sir. I'm definitely high. I'm high on them too. Like if we go through the O line right now, we know for sure Devontae Love Taylor and Gibbons, them two solidified starters in my opinion. Like they like that's senior leadership. Just I mean, you just gotta feel like them two starting. Probably Robert Scott, who Robert Scott impressed me last year. He did have some plays last year, but I mean, he was a true freshman. Like you got to think a true freshman, fresh out of high school, playing high school ball and being thrown in college against D1 athletes. And Robert Scott did his. I ain't gonna lie, Robert Scott did his thing. He actually did his thing. Um, so I do know Robert Scott, Devontae Love Taylor, and Dylan Gibbons. Like with them three there, them three solid pieces right there. And then whoever, I don't know. I was gonna say it's gonna be interesting to see them first five linemen that they roll out that first game. But I bet you right now, I can assure you right now, Devontae Love Taylor, Robert Scott, and Dylan Gibbons gonna be out there. We still don't have a true left tackle, not on the roster and not committed. I think or a true left tackle. Yeah, I think so too. It just or we're gonna have to. He'll a freshman if he can get that work in, he good. If he do everything right in the next 14 months, or could be a legit ACC tackle, but he got a ways to go though. He's got the right building blocks. He just needs to stack them. And Alabama going to expect King to RPO, so good luck with that. And yes, Scott too. Yeah, the thing with Raw Orr, like I said, I do feel like Raw Orr got potential. Like I ain't gonna lie, Raw Orr. I mean, to me, a lot of people talk about Malik McLean and players like that, but I was more excited for Raw Orr as again a legit like tackle, like as far as a lineman, because we'll sign lineman, but it's like a 6'2", 280, like a guard type body. But Raw Orr is legit like 6'5", and he got the frame to be he already got size on him. So it's not like he's 6'5", 220, and we're gonna have to just bulk him up. He's still probably putting us a little bit more weight, getting the weight room, but his frame is already built to be a left tackle. I did hear one of his interviews where my boy said he trying to get used to that he said or 6'7". Oh dang, I ain't know that's I know Jit was big. But it's like I did see his interview. Jit was talking about he trying to get used to the conditioning. Like he was like, boy, I see here they don't take it easy. They don't take it easy on the big men. And I'm like, yeah, this ain't high school because sometimes, and that'd be another thing why some high players don't pan out if they ain't got the right work ethic. Because in high school, sometimes you can get away with stuff. As a lineman, sometimes you can get away with not maybe running all your sprints because you the star lineman. So that's one thing. Or was stressing. He said, bro, they don't make it easy on the linemen. We got to go hard too. And I'm like, yeah, I mean that's exactly how it should be. That's exactly how it should be. He said 6'7". He 3-some. Yeah, I know. I ain't really know his measurements, but I did know when he came in, he was a legit tackle. I bet said, or long as hell. Washington still listed at like 280 something. You can tell he was playing basketball last winter. Yeah, what was it? Start Hill, King fully healthy, straight delusional. And then Washington looked 265 in the last season. Yeah, hopefully, like I said, I do know in spring camp they was talking about how Washington how he was, stronger, and I don't know what his weight gains have been so far. Like I said, a lot of stuff will be answered in the fall, especially if they land the media back out there, or we can get pictures or see glimpses or see something. But I mean, I know they was talking about how this was the first off season since Darius Washington been there that he was able to actually lift weights and stuff. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I seen some plays last year with Washington. I mean, he had some good plays, but he had some plays where he got blown by. And the worst thing a quarterback can hear from their lineman is look out. You do not want to hear your lineman say look out. Cause boy, that mean this bitch just done got he done got dead in, and the dude coming to kill you next. So it was a few plays last year I seen from Washington where it was a lookout block, where it's like look out. So we'll see. Like I said, I got confidence in Coach Atkins be able to put the best five together, get them together. I do like that they've been having a little player led practices. I don't know if they do offense and stuff to try to see, who they feel gonna start, or I don't know. Like I said, we'll wait to fall camp and see. We'll see, and then in 52 days, all the speculation will be killed because we'll see who they running out there. But I do know whoever they run out there, I know 3: Gibbons, Love Taylor, and Scott. Gotta be. Like it's no way you can have a lineman from Notre Dame, even though he wasn't a starter, but he was a 6-man. And I mean, six man on the O line where 4 of them went to NFL, bro. He learned something, picked up something, was coached good. So it's like to me ain't no way that Gibbons ain't starting out there. And say we plugged a lot of holes this offseason, but left tackle is still the biggest hole. Yeah, it is. Unless they move Love Taylor over there. I don't know. Brady Scott is a great 6-man on that O line. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I like Brady Scott. I like Brady Scott because to me, Brady Scott got a perfect body for a guard. Just one of them big, just nasty old linemen that actually block. Because there's some old linemen that we got on our team or done had that's try to be physical and try to be nasty and mean, but you can't block. Like, bro, you can't be mean and try and be talking, and you ain't even blocking your man. Like that's crucial. That's one thing I hate. Old lineman to whiff on a block. Like, so we'll see, man. We will see. He said, I get that article from ESPN, I believe, so I ain't delusional. ESPN see something. Oh, y'all talking about the upset alert for Bama? Bama bringing in a lot of new pieces too, but we'll see. We'll see. Lucas needed to get his head in the game and stay off social media. Yeah, bro, because bro, Lucas will be you'll see 1 second where he like, I love these my brothers. I'm gonna fight for my brothers. No brothers to the day we die. Bad boys for life. Then you will see this bit talking about some, man, I'm about to just get Ghost, man, and make a decision that I'm gonna have to make, and people just ain't gonna like it, man. I'm out of here. Like, what you talking about, bro? Like, bro, man, come on, bro. Ain't nobody got time for no player that's always whining and all this, and show me some love too, man. I made plays too and all that. Like, bro, ain't nobody got time. This ain't high school where you can do that and stuff like that, bro. This college. It's college. So like, bro, ain't nobody got time for all that. So hopefully Lucas get it together. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I like Lucas as a player, and I do feel like Lucas one of them jits that I do if he stay on the team, and I do feel if Coach Atkins keep working with him, I do feel like Lucas got potential to really go somewhere. But it's like, bro, ain't nobody gonna want you with the attitude. So it's like he gonna have to get the attitude together, because I mean he was a top rated lineman. So the skill set is there. It's just, bro, you gotta apply it. Nothing, you in college now. Nothing is going to be given to you. Like, so I don't know, man. I don't know. But it's like, bro, this is what, third year with us now? Is this Lucas' third year with us? I think this is third year with us. And it's like, bro, come on now. You actually one of the older players now, setting an example. So it's like, we're gonna need you to step up. Or, I mean, bro, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Because these kids are going you to beg them to stay and all this. Man, bro, I'm not gonna do all that. Ain't nobody finna do all that. What are they talking about? You know that saying, when somebody tells you who they are, believe them. A couple of these guys done showed us. Yeah, I mean, kind of like last year. Like last year when we had what's the old boy name that done transferred to NC State, Durden. Like, Durden used to act like he was just like, bro. Sometimes your performance have to match like how you acting. Like you can't be acting like T.O. and your performance is I can't even think about it. Your performance is damn Dan Orlowski out there on the field. Like you can't like it don't go together. Like it don't go together. Like when a player act like that, because sometimes it's fans, we all as fans and coaches and stuff. If it's a good player, you kind of let stuff slide a little bit. Like, come on, bro, you tripping? Just come on, man, come on, just get it together. But bro, when a bit is crying and complaining, and you playing sorry, it's like, bro, what you crying for? Big, we should be crying. Hell, you tell me crying and stuff. Well, that's I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad Durden, player like Durden transferred. I'm glad the players that transferred, because that just clean out. Because when you look at the players, you look at them. If you look at some of their stuff online or stuff like that, they just seem like, even when someone do little vlogs and stuff in the locker room, it just seems like they together. Like, it don't seem like nobody think they're above each other, or they better than one another, and it just feel like they all believe in the coaching style. Because I can tell you, being in a locker room, and if it's like a few players that's like, man, coach, man, I don't mess with coach like that, and it's like, as younger players, as younger players, they may believe in the coach, but it's like, okay, these are leaders on the team, So it's like, these your leaders, these your boys. Like with the whole Marv thing last year, like Marv was talking about, we ain't gonna stand for it, we ain't gonna have practice and stuff. And some of the players, because that's Marv, that's the leader. But I heard someone was like, they didn't even get what he was mad about. So them type of players, get them out the program, get them out. Don't care who they is, get them out, because you're gonna have to have players there that believe. So we'll see. I liked him as a player as well, but man, dude, a big baby, always whining. Like, we know the team been mentally weak. They had a brittle spirit, part of why they so inconsistent. Yeah. I honestly believe most of the mentally weak dudes are gone, but we obviously have some left over. Hopefully they can get with the program. Yeah, and I feel like, like I said, I do feel like most of them gone. But yeah, it's still a couple. I know, like I said, one in particular, we've been talking. He just like, come on, bro, get it together, man. You got so much potential, man. Come on, you got a chance to be next level. Polk said it best, man. You play guard, you can see the ball. Marvin Wilson was a big letdown. Bro, that's an understatement, bro. Marvin Wilson was a bro. Man, I seen some. Man, listen, I don't even want to talk about last year because, like I said, I was looking at I be looking at old games, and I'm looking at Marvin like, bro, if you don't sit, but like, bro, what is you doing? But that's a whole different story. He gone. Much success to him with the Browns, but it's like the players, like I said, as a team, for this team to be successful, everybody got to be on like one accord. You got to, like, you got to be on the same page. You got to have the same goal, want the same thing. Like, I don't mind players holding each other accountable. That's the thing. I don't think in the past nobody was holding somebody accountable. Like, somebody mess up. Okay, I ain't saying get on them, saying like, hey, what you doing? But like, like, talk to them, like, come on, bro, like, you, and then like, we need the players to hold themselves accountable. Like, if they miss a play or they miss a block, hey man, that's my fault. That was me. But you know what? I'm gonna get it this play. Like, that's the only thing that's gonna show. Like, this team really gonna have to mature from what we done seen these past few years. Because these past few years just been like a big grown high school team. Look like, in my opinion. Let me see here, man. Keep it butt with you. This the real. You ever see a tough guy who bullies people until he runs against a real tough guy who's the same size? They don't have the same heart. That's Lucas. Yeah, it is people like that. It is people like that. Like, I remember that time in the NBA with DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins tried to be a bully to Zebo. Zebo ran up on him. That boy Zebo said, I bully bullies. And Cousins wasn't saying nothing. Church mouth. First guard get a pre-snap penalty this year. These boys about to try me to drink. Yep. Rose said 100. But yeah, man. Appreciate y'all boys for tuning in, man. Probably hop on this thing sometime next week. Like I said, we got 52 days. That's right around the corner. That's less than 2 months. Hey, another thing, like I said, I bought like I said, this is my first time. I'm actually going to a little poop game, but I don't care. I'm going to the Jacksonville State game, which is September 11th. We got the second game of the season. But this is my like I said, this is my first time going to dope, far as for like a football game, for a Florida State game. So I'm your boy excited for that. Hopefully, when I go, we'll be 2-0. But yeah, man, I'm really excited. Telling y'all, man, if y'all ain't been, go on and get you a ticket, man. Slide up there. Well, we're gonna slide up there. Me and a couple of the homies, the wifey, who plan on having a good time, man. Well, yeah, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Like I said, I'll be back on this thing next week. Make sure y'all go ahead and like the boy channel, subscribe, share, do whatever to get your boy brand out there. And until next time, appreciate you. Go Noles.